Hi, I'm Paul Hughes-Barlow, and I'm a tarot reader and clairvoyant and healer, and these are my tarot lessons. First way I thought of starting actually was showing my tarot collections, showing how many decks I've got and how I use them, and see what you think first. The first one I have here is the Salvadoran Deck. Okay, here it is. Sun, that one is, by the looks of things. And it's a beautiful deck. Here's another card. I think it's the Seven of Cups. Fantastic deck. I was given to this, I think it's quite expensive, this deck actually. I was given it as a present, birthday present, some years ago. Never actually used it. I'll tell you why in a minute. Untitled Tarot deck, okay. Here it is. Whoops, like this. That's card 68. There's a lot more than the 78 cards that you find in a normal tarot deck. As you can see by the thickness there, there's a lot of cards there. That's a bit bent. What's other cards we've got here? Get used to this in a minute. There's that one there. Other ones as well. Again, nice tarot deck. Had many years. Never used it. This one. This is an early tarot deck that I got. It's the Shadow Tarot by Linda Florio. Here it is here, wrong side. Okay. Zone Radio, that one is, so that's the Lovers. There's only 22 cards in this one, alright? They're actually photographs. I got them from America. A friend brought them over for me. This is the package that it came in. It's a sigilized kind of thing. Only 22 cards. It's the Jeu de Tarot. Here it is. Alright. It's a bit more like playing cards, isn't it? I think to see. On the back is a kind of that kind of design and sort of stuff. Never used it. Here's this one, the Stargate Deck. Okay. What's in this one? I'm not sure how many cards it's got, but it's got different sizes. There's this size here, and there's also this size here as well. You see. Never used it. What else we've got here? I think this deck you'll probably understand why I've never used it. Because, if I can get the thing opened. How does it open? Oh, there we are. This deck is the manga tarot. Okay, there we are. It's quite pretty. Pink. Probably you can guess why I don't use this one. Okay, so all these tarot decks, I have them. I've never used them. And the one I do use, of course, is a Thoth Tarot deck. Now, why don't I use all these other decks? Well, the answer is very simple. If I get you here's my Thoth Tarot deck. Oh, got lots of stuff everywhere. I have 3 tarot decks on the go at any one time. One in Brighton, one in Camden, and one in my apartment here in Brighton, where I can do readings online for people. Okay, now this is the Thoth Tarot deck. Okay, and that's the back. All right, it's standard 78 deck pack. Now I'll show you the reason why I don't read all these other decks. Okay, so if you start with this one here, this is how I would read the cards. I would fan them out. All right. I'd probably have trouble the way I read them. I have trouble reading what they are, right? And the Salvadoran Deck in particular, where did that go? The Untitled Deck is the same kind of thing. The cards are very similar. It's difficult to tell them apart, right? Not so bad on these ones, but it's a non-standard deck anyway. Knocking is good, but not the way that people's tarot deck makers who think they know about Enochian create. So if I take some tarot cards here, and the way I'd read them is in a fan, okay, like this. So I haven't. So it's easy to see what the top card is. Okay, it's this one here, the 5 of discs. I'm reading it from the monitor, but the cards are spread out in a fan. They're not placed individually. Okay. And this means I can, because of the nature of the design of these cards, I can read exactly what they are. So if you go from the far end, there we go, it's this one here, that's the Tower. Also 5 of discs. I'm reading all the way around. Okay. Yep, that's the Tower. That's the 5 of Swords. Yep, upside down. Okay, that's the 9 of Swords. That's the Prince of Cups. That's the Knight of Swords. That's the Prince. Okay, the next one there. That's the Prince of Discs. There we are, Prince of Discs. Okay. Right, what's the next one? I can't see. That's the Knight of Discs, reversed. That's the 10 of Discs. That's the 5 of Wands, that's easy to see. This is the Star card. Okay, reversed again. It looks like the Lover's card. Then we have the Fool card, and then the 5 of Discs. So, when I'm reading the tarot cards, I don't have to think about which card is which. Every single card in the Thoth Tarot deck has a unique colour system. And it's called the colour scales in the Golden Dawn. And so I don't have to think about what card am I looking at. I can just look at them, scan my eyes across them, and the most important thing is reading the person and their problems and how can I help them. So that's the most important thing to know first of all. That's the problem with so many tarot decks these days, and there's thousands and thousands of them. If I get a new tarot deck, I'd have to learn completely from scratch about what the different cards are. The meanings don't change basically, they're pretty much the same wherever. I've got some non-standard decks here called the Stargate Deck, which is transformative images for heightened awareness. There we are, the Stargate Deck. Don't know anything about this one at all actually. It's a shamanic tool, okay, where you can do this kind of stuff without using these things, and it's got everything in the Native American, Egyptian, Celtic, Mayan and Asian traditions. 22 cards as well. Yeah, it's a nice deck. We looked at the Enochian one. The Manga Tarot, the pretty pink one. I got this because I was asked to review it actually. The colour sort of things are there, but it's actually still quite difficult to know which card is which, okay? Because there's major, minor and court cards. So this is why I recommend you stick to one kind of tarot deck, and the one I use of course is going to be the Thoth Tarot. It's the one I've used for over 20 years. It gets such a lot of use. These cards are looking a bit sort of mangy now. Every so often I have to clean them, get rid of the black marks and things like this. But they're still going, they still work, and you can have a lot of fun with these cards. It's not about the symbolism. People worry about the symbolism of the tarot cards. You don't need to, because as I say, the way I'm reading them is you can only see the edges of them anyway. Okay? So, if you want to play along with me and read about tarot cards and how to read them using techniques I use, the best bet is to buy this tarot deck. Okay? Now, Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot comes in this packet. Right? This is the A.G. Muller version. And there's it's the best one to get. There is a bigger version that I have, and it is a lot bigger. There we go. This is this one here. The Thoth Tarot, far too big for doing readings. It's huge. Look at the hands here. Exactly the same cards, pretty much, and they're useful for doing demonstrations. But for reading cards, they're just too big and unwieldy. Because a lot of women, they've got little hands. They're trying to read the shuffle of cards. They have problems. Okay, so there's my kind of sort of vision of the tarot. I mean, most of the decks these days, they're all based upon the Rider-Waite deck, which I don't have a copy of. And because there's a kind of blandness about the Rider-Waite, everyone thinks they can do them differently. So when you see all these different tarot decks out there, I know people who have thousands upon thousands or hundreds. They look at it, put it in the box, and they still don't read tarot cards. What a waste. So if you're going to invest in a good future for tarot, I recommend the Thoth Tarot deck. Here it is. And I'll be using this tarot deck in the rest of the course.